Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm really busy at the moment getting everything ready for 2021. So I thought I'd make this little video about the eclipses next year because thankfully we've only got 4, which is sort of normal in comparison to the absolute monumental changes that we've had to deal with here in 2020, and we've had 6 eclipses. So I thought I'd just make some, pretty pictures that you can look at, and I'll talk about the eclipses and what it means for certain star signs. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, so let's have a look at the pretty pictures. And now I'm going to talk about solar and lunar eclipses in 2021. All eclipses represent transformation. And with the 4 eclipses in 2021, unlike last year, which kept the changes rolling non-stop with 6 eclipses, we can now breathe a small sigh of relief. Solar eclipses represent the male aspects, whilst lunar eclipses represent the feminine aspects. Eclipses force us to confront our shadow nature, or the dark side of our personal subconscious. They are a sign from the universe that change will soon visit us here on the earthly plane, even if it is unpredictable and unexpected change. Change doesn't always occur on the exact date of the eclipse. Sometimes it is weeks or many months before or after the eclipse, when something truly transformative happens, and it's usually a big or life-changing event. So the important thing is to remember that solar eclipses often represent physical action outside there in the world, and lunar eclipses represent the integration of our personal experiences. The power of solar eclipses normally lasts longer than lunar eclipses, but that doesn't mean that lunar eclipses are less potent. In fact, they may be more potent in the short term. An eclipse can be connected to the original source of events, but sometimes it takes the power of another planet passing over the same spot for the effect to be fully realised or understood. Now, the dates. The first one is called the Flower Moon Total Lunar Eclipse, and it's on May 26, 2021, in the fire sign of Sagittarius. Fire. Okay, this is all about transformation with regard to freedom, expansion, and broadening your horizons generally. You may consider travel or big plans. Perhaps you're thinking about study or retraining. You might be going for a new job, for example. In some way, life will change for the better as you become wiser from personal, direct experience. Motivation and inspiration pave the way for deep inner healing and release as you have the opportunity of living life large. This eclipse is visible from Southeast Asia, Australia, much of North America, South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Oceans, and Antarctica. Then there's an annular solar eclipse on June 10 in Gemini, and Gemini is an air sign. So there's likely to be profound changes in your thinking. Initially, it could feel confusing or chaotic as new thoughts race through your brain with great alacrity. That means really, really fast. Old concepts need to go, but trying to sort fact from fiction could take a little bit more time. Deep down in your mind, there are some real gold nuggets. So write everything down, because some of these ideas could pay handsome dividends in the future. This eclipse is visible from most of Europe and Asia, North and West Africa, most of North America, the Atlantic and the Arctic. The next one that rolls around is a partial Beaver moon lunar eclipse on November 19th in Taurus. Now, Taurus is an earth sign, so this can bring up challenges to your physical body, to laws, structures, organisations and governments. There is change in the air which is brought down to earth. As hard as it may seem, it is best to go with the flow rather than trying to maintain the status quo. It could be uncomfortable initially, but as time goes by, the changes will start to bed in and feelings of security will emerge again. You've got this, you can do this, and it's visible from much of Europe, much of Asia, Australia, Northwest Africa, North America, South America, the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Oceans and the Arctic. Now the last one for the year is a partial new moon solar eclipse. I think, yes, this is in December on the 4th, that's correct. It's in Sagittarius and that's a fire sign. So transformation is bound to happen with regard to your freedom, your expansion and broadening your horizons generally. Again, it's about big life-changing events in your life. You may change job, you may leave a relationship, or a new relationship may start. Because it is a new moon solar eclipse, it's usually about new beginnings. But in some way, your life is going to change for the better as you become wiser from direct personal experience. Motivation and inspiration pave the way for deep healing and release, and your life becomes much more expansive so that growth becomes normal in your life. This is visible from southern Australia, southern Africa, southern South America, the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Oceans and Antarctica. So we have 4 eclipses, which are 2 fire, 1 air and 1 earth sign. There's no water eclipses this year. An eclipse magnifies energy. It's like a supermoon on caffeine. It forces us to wake up, to go down a path and take some action at some point. An eclipse shakes us turbulently to the core in order to effect change. With eclipses occurring twice in Sagittarius, which is fire, there's bound to be a lot of passion and people could be getting hot under the collar in pursuit of their freedom, their goals and their desires. Earthquakes, volcanic activity and detrimental weather sometimes occur around eclipses, and Cancerians will feel the May 26 and November 19 lunar eclipses very intensely as they are ruled by the moon, whereas Sagittarius will feel the solar eclipses June 10 and December 4 intensely because they are ruled by the sun. If your birthday occurs on an eclipse, or if an eclipse occurs in your sign, you are likely to feel it more potently. So you can watch my horoscopes on your rising sign, or also known as your ascendant, your moon sign and your sun sign, and I'll talk about what areas of your life will be affected more specifically. Now, earth sign eclipses. The eclipse on November 19th is likely to involve physical actions and structure. Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn embody these qualities at a physical level, so great care is needed, as we often think we know where in fact we can't see the full picture. And this applies especially at work or to do with your body. Logic and analytical thinking may be compromised and confused when Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn would just rather get on and get the job done. There could be a shake-up with your physical body, laws, procedures, structures and systems, buildings and even governments. If an eclipse is in a fire sign like Sagittarius on May 26 and December 4, there's likely to be passion and fiery emotions such as frustration, aggression, generosity and big-heartedness. Fire signs Aries, Leo and Sagittarius are normally all about adventure, expansiveness and excitement. So there's a really strong desire to broaden personal life experience, and if this can't be met, that's when the fireworks begin. There are no water sign eclipses in 2021, but normally Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces are likely to be more affected by the rise and expression of repressed emotions and subconscious contents during water sign eclipses. We probably had quite enough of this in 2020, I'm sure. There is one air sign solar eclipse in 2021, June 10 in Gemini, An air sign eclipse causes issues in the mental realm affecting memory, cognition and judgment. And in the case of Gemini, it could also affect communications, because Gemini are usually very, communicative, very chatty. There could be confusion or general mental chaos. So important decisions can be delayed if possible around this time. On the upside, the confusion and shaking up of the mental realms can result in increased creativity and intuition. Air signs Gemini, Libra and Aquarius are likely to be most affected by this eclipse. Okay, I hope you found this a little bit helpful. As I said before, I will be covering the effects of the eclipses in the usual monthly horoscopes, and I'll talk about that in depth at the time, and specifically what house the eclipse falls in, and so what area that will affect in your life. But thanks so much for listening to this little video. I thought I'll just get in because I'm starting my work now on 2021 horoscopes and astrological events. Thanks so much for listening, and if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. See you all again soon, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.